like violet. Talk about the things they're gonna say when they see me, and when they see me, they just stab me up and say to me, Mike Larkin. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Jackie. Hello, hello. Let's check it out. Come on up to the stage. My favorite day of the week. Well, one of my favorite days. Every day is my favorite day. We're going to get started in about a minute and a half. So share out this room if you're laying in bed. Stretch it out. It is almost 5. Okay, you know how we got to end it, right? You got to end it right here. Hey, if you had a great weekend, write in the chat what you did. Let's get this party started. You know you're a superstar? Giving 20 with the keys a great big shout out. Hello, Hadis. Hello, Janelle. Hello, boy. I see Diana. This is your first time here in Clubhouse. Welcome, welcome. I guess you can tell me all motivated, you're a superstar.
Welcome to the Mind,
Join me on YouTube. I see one person came
where
through.
we celebrate resilience, honor triumph over tragedy, and inspire transformation.
Okay, I want one more. One more
Guiding you
before we get out
on
of
life.
here. Here we go. Hey, does this bring love to your heart? Rise and grind. It is that time, peeps. Stay woke, stay woke. Thank you so much, Bella, for writing in the chat. I see Brian, I see Nicole, I see Monte Brown, I see Ryan. Guess what? Hello, P. And booyah! It is that time. Good morning, good morning. Happy, happy, happy Monday to each and every one of you. I am Stars Tina, your host for the day, here in Breakfast with Champions, the #1 morning show brought to you by the amazing, the one and only Glenn Lundy. If you want to see my face, hop on over here. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. But again, my favorite place, which is Clubhouse. It brings a beautiful light in my heart. It brings warmth. It brings everything. In this space, every time you hear my voice, every time you come into this room, we're going to bring you motivation because we all want to be motivated, right? It might be by music. It might be by video, words, whatever. But we're going to motivate you somehow, okay? And after we motivate you, we're going to educate you. We're going to give you the skills, the tools, the strategies, all sorts of stuff to uplift your business, your finances, your relationships, everything that you need and want in life. That's why I love this space so much. After we motivate you, after we educate you, then we're going to inspire you. And I don't know about you, but each and every one of the people in these rooms inspire me, like Ebony, like MSB, like Valsina, yes, Gareth. And you know what's so great about this space? Everyone has a seat at the table. You are no different than me. I am no different than you. The only difference is that we work a little harder. Good morning, Trey Urban, and I see Veronica. And we don't get started just at 5, peeps. We get started at 4 a.m. in the earlier room, and Shirlene did an amazing job. She was talking about attachment styles when it comes to relationships. I'm sure it's on the replays. She got me at the end when she was saying, you know, when you're looking to have relationships with other people, and it doesn't have to be, you know, a physical relationship, just in life. It's important to know the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Shirlene, are you in the building yet? I don't think she is. She's probably still closing off that room. I was going to have her give us a little wrap up. Good morning, Nina. So as we get started today, I just want to make sure that you share the room out in the hallway. So very important. I have a great topic for us today, and it's all about elevating your fitness. But before we get into elevating your fitness, I want you to know that we're more than just this Clubhouse space here on this little tiny phone. We have a Facebook group. So if you want to extend and go a little bit deeper and get more relationships, hop on the Facebook group. I love it. It's fun. I love seeing what people post. Put on there what you did for the weekend and join it. It's called BWC Breakfast with Champions. Put it in the chat. Honestly, I don't know, but you'll find it. It's on Facebook on there. We also have an amazing BWC Daily site where you can see all the hosts. You can see the topics when you miss something where there's articles. So that's something you can do as well. So thank you all for that. So if you didn't know, I am Stars Tina, your life and health coach. I'm that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. And I work with women that are over 40 that struggle with traumatides. And a traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. I also work with men, but my main focus is women. And lately, the one thing I'm talking about the most is my book. And if you see my face, You see it there, No More Traumedy. And I'm just loving how it's just growing in such a little bit of time. I have women who are having get-togethers. I had 2 women this weekend. One was my therapist and one was a woman that I met at an event, and they bought 10 books each because they had a gathering of their friends. And they said, you know what, this would be great to have discussions. I also booked I guess you can say booked a gig. I'm used to that from back in the day when I was in the modeling days, where someone hired me to coach their soccer team because they said some of the boys on the team were gone through traumas. So I'm going to work with them. And it just feels really good to just let your dreams come true. So before I get into today's topic, highlight of the weekend, I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. Maria's giving me a heart there. If you want to share your highlight of the weekend, just unmic, say your name, and tell me what you did this weekend. Go for it.
I guess I can go first. This is Veronica Atkins. So the highlight of my weekend was definitely attending your business coaching session this Saturday. That was awesome. Going to church on Sunday with Lolita Anderson, going to brunch with Queen Renee and Lolita, and then speaking at Ramona's event. And so the highlight of my week really is BWC. If you are in a space where you want to grow, this is absolutely that space. And I'm so excited every time I get the opportunity Monday morning to highlight you, Tina, because you always push me to the next level. You always push me outside of my comfort zone. You are not just a health and fitness coach. You are one of my business coaches and one of the best things that happened to me. And if you want to grow, Tina is your woman. So that was highlight of my week, madam.
Congratulations, Veronica. And that is one woman who actually came into this app and just took it by frickin' storm. If you think of Storm Sandy or whatever hurricane or whatever, she came in here and she said, you know what? I'm not playing. She has latched herself like a leech onto everyone that's in here because she wants to go to the top. So congratulations, Veronica, for a wonderful weekend. Anyone else want to share their highlights of the weekend? If so, on mic.
I do.
Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing?
How's everybody doing this morning? I feel great. I thought I'd come in and chime in and let you know my highlight of the weekend is I did some self-care and I got my hair done, and that's where I'm going with that. And another thing is I booked a couple of shows for this coming week for people to come on to my podcast, and that was the highlight of my weekend.
I love it. I love it. Congrats. Yay. Thank you for coming through, Nina. And if you guys don't know, I also run an online fitness boutique studio, and Nina was taking classes with us. And it's funny because, you know, Tina has so much going on in her head. She gets these ideas. They just come, they go. And I'm revamping the online classes because I'm like, I think you're giving too much, Tina. No, you're not giving too much. And I feel for me, I can never give too much. And I say that to say, sometimes you just have to pause and sit back and evaluate what is it that you really want? What is it that you're really doing? And this weekend, we had our Hope for the Holidays event. And my daughter said to me, she's like, Mom, I just saw it. Like, I didn't even see any advertisement for it. And I said, girl, I am just doing too much. It's just a lot. And she said, well, are you doing a lot because you're trying to cover up the pain or something? Because she knows in the past, I used to do that. And I said, no, I'm not. I said, you know, I was working on the book, and Hope for the Holidays is an event I've been doing for the past 3 years. My son was an organ donor, and 6 years ago, they invited me to the facility, all the families, right before Thanksgiving, because they know that time of year can be very challenging for people. And they taught us how to get through the holidays. And during COVID, I didn't have the opportunity to do that. So I built my own event. And I want to invite you, if there's something that you want in life, and either you're not invited or you can't go or you can't do it, create your own. So that's what I did. And this was the 3rd year having the event. And we have an ebook with it. If you want the information, Pastor Jeff was our keynote speaker. And it was amazing. You know, we talked about ways of how to get through the holidays. We had a gingerbread house building party afterwards. And this is what's so great when you do things, it just stretches your mind, right? So at the end of the party, I didn't make gingerbread houses because I was like graham crackers, frosting, candy, Tina doesn't need that. So at the end, we said, you know what? What about fruit kebabs? So we decided every month to have a cooking party. So next month, December 10th, it's a Sunday, right after a fitness class at 12:30, we'll be doing fruit kebabs or charcuterie boards or whatever. But my point is, you have to grow by doing other things. So that was the highlight of my weekend, was doing that event and then just getting ready for this week. Because if you don't know, there's a book, 12 weeks in a year. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. And pretty much, a long story short, it says you want to break your year down into 12 weeks. So 12 weeks is 3 months, right? So 12 weeks is your 1 year. So that's how you focus on that. 1 week is going to be 1 day. I'm sorry. 1 year is the 12 weeks. So you put all that together there. And then for your week, you're focusing that on a day. So yesterday, I focused on the rest of this month and what I'm doing for the year. And it just gives you such clarity when you have planning. All right, so let's get into today's topic. If you're interested, during the holidays, some people tend to just not really think about what they're eating and what they're doing. For me, I tend to treat the holidays the same as the rest of the year when it comes to exercise and nutrition. I will always move my body because it feels good and I absolutely love it. Regarding my nutrition, the only difference is I may indulge in some foods I may not normally eat. So I want to invite you to plan ahead of time how you want to feel after you eat, during you eat, the day after you eat. Because has anyone in this room ever eaten so much you had to undo your pants, or ate so much you felt sick, you were tired, you were like, ah. Anyone ever feel that way? Unmic and share an example. I would love to know, am I the only one who's done that in the past? Anyone?
Food baby, food baby. I used to do that all the time.
Food baby. It's like you think the food, you have to get it all, right? It's like, I got to taste this, and not just taste it, but eat it all. Like, I have to eat this whole thing. There's nothing wrong with tasting that great sweet potato pie that's so sweet, but don't eat the whole thing, okay? Have a little taste. So today I'm going to give you some tips. If you want to write it down, great. If not, watch the replays. It will be in in our BWC Daily website. So the first thing, let's focus on 3 physical and nutritional tips. The first one is practice portion control. So do you know that if you get a smaller plate and smaller utensils, you'll tend to eat less? So that's something you can do. Instead of buying those huge plates, and we would always get paper plates for Thanksgiving. My grandmother would get these beautiful paper plates, with the Thanksgiving turkeys on a paper, because who wants to wash dishes, right? After dinner. So get smaller plates. Also, be mindful of your portions, especially with high calorie dishes. Aim to fill half your plate with vegetables, a quarter with lean protein like turkey, and remaining quarter with whole grains or starchy vegetables. And I know some of you are like, Tina, shut up. I don't want to hear this, but your health is your wealth. Remember that, okay? Choose nutrient-dense foods. So before digging into the richer foods like the macaroni and cheese and, the mashed potatoes, good morning, Kimberly. Thank you for coming to the space. Opt for the vegetables, sweet potato, lean proteins, things like that. So important. These foods provide essential vitamins and minerals without an excess of calories. Additionally, choosing white meat from the turkey is a leaner option compared to the darker meat. All righty. So that is the second tip. Choose nutrient-dense foods. The third one, stay hydrated. So drink water throughout the day and have a glass before starting your Thanksgiving meal. Sometimes our bodies can confuse thirst with hunger. All right. You're like, you see that cake or you smell it. It's like, I got to have it. And you're really not hungry. You're just thirsty. So drink and pause and breathe. Oh my gosh. Breathing is so important. If you just sit there and breathe. And I'm not saying not to eat, but sometimes, you have to just pause and not go so fast with everything. So along with staying hydrated, hydration is crucial for overall health. Water can help you feel full, reducing the likelihood of overeating. So you probably won't overeat if you're not very, very hungry. If you're having alcoholic beverages, have them with water to stay hydrated and minimize calorie intake. I'm so excited. Good morning, Angela. I see all the people coming into this space this morning. So let's just keep sharing out the room. And Ramon is probably not even liking this topic. He's like, Tina, I want the apple cinnamon pies or whatever. I don't know. Okay. So the third tip, I gave you the third tip. So it's only 3 tips. So let's round those up. The first tip, practice portion control with your plates and with the foods that you actually put on your plate. Think putting a little on and then adding on. Don't think you have to put the whole thing on there. Choose nutrient-dense foods. And lastly, stay hydrated. Now, let's talk about movement, my favorite part. So I remember my favorite Thanksgiving of all. And thank you for coming through, Paul Donald, on Instagram on YouTube. My favorite Thanksgiving was the last Thanksgiving with my son. And this is so crucial to everyone that you just think a little bit bigger. My father's side of the family, I had never been around them when I was a child because my grandmother was so into the holidays. So we never even had an opportunity to go. So this particular year, me and my kids, I was a single mom, my daughter and my son, I was like, let's go to the Wilsons. So we went to the Wilsons. And let me tell you guys, this was a Thanksgiving that I'd never seen in my life. I always wondered where I got my energy from, where I got my excitement, right? Because my mom's side of the family, none of them are like me. And my whole, wow, I'm getting an awakening right now, guys. I'm getting an awakening. So my entire life, I always thought there was something wrong with me because I always like this, I was going and going and moving and moving. So when I was younger, my parents had a record store. I think my mother was 21 or 22, and I was in the record store selling records and all the other paraphernalia and all that stuff they had. I remember it was next to a movie theater, and my father was into everything. He was in a group, and I remember Bruce Lee movies. Anyone remember Bruce Lee movies? Oh, I loved Bruce Lee movies. I got to go to the movies for free, so I would always go there, and they had like a modeling. My dad had a modeling company, and just this moment, I'm realizing where I got all this from, my father's side of the family. Let me get back to the point. Forgive me. So this particular Thanksgiving, we're there. They had two levels of food. They had food downstairs, which was like all the meats. They had all the meats downstairs. Upstairs, they had a section. Then they had another section for desserts. And they said, well, Tina, being this is your first year, you have to be a judge. They had a flippin' well dessert contest. So I had to taste all the desserts and choose the best one. Has anyone ever done fun things like this? It was so much fun. And this was my first time ever eating peach cobbler. Now, I've never really liked peach cobbler because it looks like snot in my opinion, but I had to taste it because of this dessert eating contest. Lord of mercy. Oh my gosh, it tasted so good. I said to my cousin, I'm like, you have to teach me how to make this. So after we had this feast, then they did American Idol. They started singing and dancing and doing all this stuff. So that's the first thing you can do for physical activity. I'm sure Angeline, because I see her YouTubes all the time, get out the karaoke machine. Maybe you don't have a karaoke machine. Put on the radio. Okay, do people even listen to the radio anymore? Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Move your body. Does anyone do anything like this after Thanksgiving? I would love to hear your rituals or things that you do after you eat. Anyone?
I pray. This is Nina. I pray after Thanksgiving as a ritual that when it comes to after eating food, because I know that I eat too much. Oh my God! Yeah, food. You're talking about peach cobbler. I'm like, why is she talking about peach cobbler? Yeah, this is a powerful segment. I really appreciate it.
I love it. Well, Nina, I want to invite you this year. Yes, you can pray, but I want you to just do something after you eat. Maybe you get up and down off your chair every time you eat to do some squats. Maybe you put up. Another thing we do is we start playing Christmas music. And if you watch any of my Instagrams this weekend, it's like that. I got Christmas playlists for days. Anyone else? What's something you do after your family eats?
We do crazy stuff, we do. We used to play that band. I can't remember the name of it too, where you get out the instruments on the TV, Band Hero. We go for walks, though. That's like a tradition since I was a kid. We go for a walk as a big family.
Oh.
And I have done karaoke with my nieces, but that's no surprise there.
I love that. Anyone else? I want to hear what you do because some people need some ideas. So Bella, I see Bella said she'll try. She loves Bruce Lee movies. What was your favorite Bruce Lee movie?
Oh my God, Enter the Dragon. Come on.
Is that the one with the mirrors?
Yes, that was the one with Jim Kelly. Enter the Dragon. Come on.
Girl, let me tell you, when my daughter went to China, I was like, girl, you got to go to where Bruce Lee is. She's like, Mom, I don't know if it's in Shanghai. I don't know. But I was so excited about Bruce Lee. It's just like, anyway, what do you do for Thanksgiving? Talk to me.
God, we get a football. That's one of our big things too. Is get a football, go outside. We always go outside and throw a ball. That's always fun.
Throw a ball. I love it. Bella, what do you and your family do?
Oh my God, it's full of men, right? We do exactly what Mary Lynn do. We go outside and play football. It's crazy, right? It's a man's world when I'm home.
It's a man's world. But isn't it I'm thinking, I've never really thought about this before, because when do you really have time to think about your life? Right now, I want everyone in this room, I'm guessing we're all over 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe 60, your life from a child till now. And I'm realizing my mother's side of the family and my father's side of the family are so different. So when you're around different people, you do different things, right? Like on my mother's side, we didn't really do much unless I let it, because I do like plays and Christmas plays. So think about that now. I'd love to hear anyone else have thoughts, ideas they want to share with us about Thanksgiving. Come on up. Oh, sugars. Did I kick myself out the room? I did.
Thanks to your health and fitness stuff, I need to be going for a walk, some kind of workout, not just sleeping and being comfortable. So that's what I usually do.
Love it, love it. All right, I'm going to round off all the tips that Yes, go for it. Ooh, go for it. I was talking and I was there. Go ahead, Mommy.
Okay. I was just listening to what you said. When I grew up, my siblings and I, we used to do things because we played several instruments. And we used to give our little plays and things, not only on Thanksgiving, but all the time. And I think when we got older, everybody separated into their own little families and felt like, well, this is my family. I don't have to do that anymore. And they stopped doing it. But I did experience it growing up in my time.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Mommy. And that brings me to a topic that I would love to share with you all, because she has a point. When there's little children around, everyone tends to have their families together. And for example, my family, we had the Wilsons, the Smiths, the Mascows, the Beans, like everyone had their own little family. And as she said, when people grow up, everyone separates and they do their holidays. So maybe you're not able to get together for your holidays and have a Zoom call. So this summer, the Wilsons, we had a family reunion. They have it every 2 years. The best family reunion in the world. And they nominated me to run the family reunion for the 2 years to come now. I was like, oh my gosh. And I put in our family chat on Facebook, I said, let's do a Zoom call for Thanksgiving. And they're like, what are you talking about? That sounds so weird. People are going to be cooking. They're going to be doing this. I said, it's not going to take long. Let's put a time in here. And at this particular time, everyone hops on Zoom. Maybe we say what we're grateful for. We take a picture. So if you're not able to get with all of your family members on Thanksgiving, and we are here 5 a.m. Thanksgiving, because some people want to come through and, hear us, but make sure that's something that you can do, is have a Zoom party with your family. Anyone else want to share what they do during the holidays? If so, on mic. All right, so let me wrap up what I said. I'm going good today. I was rushing because I didn't want to miss anything. So today, as I mentioned, we're talking about the holidays and how to elevate your fitness during the holidays. So first thing I said was practice portion control, choose nutrient-dense foods, stay hydrated. Then we talked about activities. I didn't even finish the activities. I didn't even start the activities. The first one is outdoor activities. Take advantage of the fall weather and engage in outdoor activities. You can go for a brisk walk, like Mary Lynn said, or hike with your family and friends. This not only provides cardiovascular benefits, but it also offers a chance to enjoy nature and having meaningful conversations. I call these nature baths. And conversation and just spending time with people is so important. I always talk about that quality time. And yesterday we recorded my podcast with Pastor Jeff, and I had two men, Rudy and Will Baptiste. Oh my gosh, the best podcast ever. Ladies, you want to hear it. Men, you want to hear it. It's coming out on Wednesday. But one of the speakers on there, Rudy, he was saying one of his best relationships was when it was a long distance relationship. The person was in Canada, he was in America, and they just talked on the phone for hours and hours. And he said that was the closest he was able to get. He got very close to that person because of the conversations. Sometimes I think we're missing out on those conversations. And I know I am, because my mind is always going, and I have to purposely and forcefully just slow it down and have those deep, meaningful conversations. So outdoor activities, go for a hike, go for a walk, enjoy nature, wonderful. Second thing you can do during the holidays to move your body is body weight workouts. You don't need fancy equipment to stay active. Perform body weight exercises that require minimal space and no additional tools. Example, do some squats, do some lunges, do some push-ups, Do some planks. These exercises target multiple muscle groups, helping you maintain strength and flexibility. Okay, I'm curious, has anyone ever done like races where you're like, okay, let's go outside and race as an adult? Have you ever done that?
I missed that. Yes, that is so fun.
I still do, Tina. I still.
For some reason, I could see you doing that, TM. Now, you ever run and see that one person who thinks they're so fast and they fall?
Oh, I see it all the time. I see it all the time.
Yes. So I think sometimes the reason why people don't work out is because they don't think it's going to be fun. It's like, I don't want to sweat. I don't want to get tired. Make it fun. Maybe you, I don't know, take someone's food or take someone's drink. Come and get it. And then you run and make them. Yes.
I literally raised some teenagers, one including my 14-year-old nephew, who thought that Unc was slow. Like Ramon in those push-ups, I left them in the dust. They were amazed.
I love it.
Go T and represent the old folks, right?
Ain't no doubt, Bella.
Yes, you have to keep moving, people. You, as my mother would say, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So make the activities fun and write them down. Maybe you get a bowl and you write down like 10 push-ups, 10 squats. All right, everyone pick one. I'm gonna do this right now. I just thought about it. Everyone pick one thing and this is what we're gonna do. Or, you know, I'm always talking vision boards. Maybe that's something you can do as well. Everyone write down one big thing you want to do for the year. And the other day I was thinking, sometimes I may think too small. And I was like, you know what, Tina, think 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, not just next year. Where do you want to be when you're 70? What do you want to be doing when you're 80? Even though, if I'm being totally honest, years ago, I was like, I'm probably going to die in my 50s because, you know, that's how it is on my side of the family. I was like, I don't want to be old. I don't want to. Now I'm like, looking at my mother, I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this older thing. So I'm thinking when I'm 80, when I'm 90, what type of life do I want? And then I'm working backwards. So if I'm in my 80s and I want to do blah, 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 what do I have to do to get there? In my 70s, what I want to do, because you have to think about the future. If you're staying stuck in the here and now, your mind is just going to not grow and you're not going to get excited. What's so exciting about, I mean, yes, our lives are exciting now, but isn't it exciting to think about the bigger thing you're going to do? So those are some things. All right, back to my family games. I have the exercises. Fun family games. Turn physical activity into a group activity by playing games with family and friends. Consider activities like Mary Kim said, touch football, frisbee, or even a game of soccer. Try something different. You know, when's the last time you did something for the first time? I don't think I've ever played soccer in my life. Nope. What's a sport that you've never done before? Give it a shot. What about tennis? What about golf? What about cricket? I don't even know. I mean, I've seen cricket in Bermuda. I've never played cricket. I don't even know if you can play cricket. Do you need crickets to play cricket? No, I'm joking. Remember, the goal is to stay active and enjoy the process. Whether it's a structured workout or more informal activity, finding something you enjoy will make it easier to stay consistent. If it's fun, you're going to do it. Additionally, being active can help counterbalance the extra calories consumed during Thanksgiving celebration. And remember, Thanksgiving is a time to enjoy food and company, so it's okay to indulge a little bit. Not too crazy, like Nina said, and you got to pray to the Lord to keep you alive. Not too much. The key is moderation and making thoughtful choices. Listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues and savor the flavors of your favorite dishes. Now, Stars Tina does a lot. All right, you can go to my Instagram and see all the wonderful things I'm doing. The one thing that I'm focused on till the end of the year is the best end of the year event. Elevate your business. If you don't know, Angelina and myself together, we're putting this event together. It is a 3-day event. It's virtual and it's in person. So if you go to www.EYB, Elevate Your Business Summit, EYBsummit.com. You can click on there, get your tickets. We're going to be in Orlando, Florida. It's going to be so much fun. Some of our speakers are going to be Araya, Barbara Majeski, KWP, Kim Walsh-Phillips. We're doing interviews. Also, Malika Starr. Anything that you need to do with your business that you want to do to uplift your business, whether it's writing a book, whether it's doing a podcast, whatever. You want to be here at this event. So Elevate Your Business is happening at the end of this year. As I mentioned, I am Stars Tina and I run my foundation is my studio, but I coach people. So if you're looking to go to the next level, whether it's with your fitness, whether it's with your mindset. I want to invite you to join our tribe. And I'm feeling super, super, super good. I have 1 more minute, 1.5, if anyone wants to tap in with comments, thoughts, anything about today's topic. Agree, disagree. Go for it.
How can we forget have a dance party?
Of course, you would say dance party. Now, what song would you do for the dance party?
Stop. No, I don't know. Anything. Oh gosh, now I'm on the spot.
Celebrate good times.
Come on.
Sisters with me. No, that's terrible.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So family, I'm so grateful to be here with you each and every morning. I want us to start to share out the room right now if you have not already. Wake somebody up, move your body and get ready. If you didn't know, we have our Elevate Your Fitness tribe where I have online classes. They're early. We have evenings. It's a great community. It's a great tribe. Monday nights, we have our accountability meetings. So if you're interested and you think, maybe that's something I want to do, tap in and say, Tina, I want to join your meeting tonight. It's Monday nights at 6 p.m. And tonight we're going to be talking about, do you burn more calories watching TV or sleeping? What do you think? What do you think? Do you think you burn more calories sleeping or watching TV? Someone answer. Come on, quick.
Sleeping.
Definitely sleeping.
Wow, you guys are correct. Yes, you burn more calories while you're sleeping. With that being said, make sure you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day. That is my tip for the day. With that being said, I am Stars Tina, super excited to be here with you. I'm turning this mic over to the wonderful, the amazing Glenn Lundy. Glenn Lundy, are you in the building, ready to rock and roll? Hi.
Thank you